Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Malika, Warrior Queen, Volume 1. And this is a comic series. And there's Volume 1 and 2 out as of now, I believe. At least that's what it says on the back of this. I pulled this off of the new shelf at the library because I thought it would be really interesting, and I was correct. I really enjoyed this book. This was a 5-star read for a whole variety of reasons that I'm going to get into, and I'm definitely going to look for Volume 2 as soon as my library gets it. So the main character in the story is the namesake, Malika. She is a queen of a fictional kingdom in Western Africa. This kingdom is made up of a capital city here and then 5 different provinces all around. These provinces each elect a member to a central council, which advises the reigning monarch, who in this case is Malika. Malika has had some family history in the past. She was not first in line for the throne, but there was an older sister who for various reasons did not wind up getting the throne and is deceased or presumed deceased. And Malika is now leading the kingdom. And she has quite a bit of threats that she needs to face. She has some internal pressures. There are people who think she's not leading very effectively. There is a rebel faction. She had to unite the kingdom after some deaths when she became a ruler. And after that unification, she still has these problems with rebels. And there's outside pressure. So the Ming dynasty, which, if I remember, that's China, right? They have come all the way down to Western Africa, and the emperor has sent the general to make alliances and trade routes and kind of get some commerce coming out of here, because apparently there are things in this area that he wants. However, the general who is in charge is trying to do things his own way, and he has a lot more violent approach to the whole situation. So Malika has this outside threat, this inside threat. There's intrigue around the members of the council who have been appointed by the regents to lead her. We have a secret romance that is a little spice to add to the story, and obviously we get to see this queen trying to figure out the balance between fear and respect. So at what level do you have to use violence and intimidation to lead your people, and is being really loving and forgiving too weak, and will people cease to respect you if you do that? That's kind of the big play between this, is her figuring out what needs to be done to lead. It's really her figuring out the balance between putting out violence and being loving and forgiving without losing respect. So I found that aspect very interesting. The things that gave this a 5-star review, which was basically everything, were the story. I love the story. I was in it from start to finish, and I will say at the end some things happened in some of the, I don't know if they're part of the real story. I say real story, there are also some bonus stories afterwards that make me think that they also are going to take this into kind of more of a superhero direction, or there's a possibility for this becoming a superhero direction, just something that happens at the end. I love fantasy. It's a very unique setting. There's not a whole lot of fantasy that occurs in Western Africa, or at least not as much that I have read. And the comic setting was beautiful, the art was beautiful, the place was unique. I loved the interplay between the history and like geography of the region and this fantasy setting, because obviously, while this takes place in a fantasy world, it's very much inspired from real life. And at the beginning of each chapter, we get a little snippet which explains the connection between the fantasy world and the real geography or the real history of the places in Africa where this is inspired from, which I thought was really well done. Also, I really enjoyed learning about it. I enjoyed the art. The artists in here were very incredibly talented. The story was captivating. This was just all around a really good book. It was really well done, even though it was I don't want to say big for a comic. It's we're already in, so around 300 pages, I would have to guess, over 300 pages, but it read very quickly just because I was so intrigued by the whole story. There's definitely a lot of room and space for the story to grow and become something else. I really enjoyed this, and I hope that the authors continue to expand this universe. This is also, I should say, part of the unique universe, I believe is what they call it, and it's been there are other comics that play into this universe. I think some of them are Windmaker, EXO, The Legend of Whale Williams, and Iyanu, Child of Wonder. Iyanu, okay, they have the pronunciation right here. And those all also play into this universe, so I think if you like this, you'd probably also like those comics which are in the same setting. overall, this was just a well done book, and I think massive credit needs to go with the team that created this because of how well done it is. One of the best comics I've read in a long time, and it got a 5-star review from me, so I can't recommend this enough. Please go pick yourself up a copy of this. Again, Malika, Warrior Queen. I will have all the information with comics because so many people go into it. I also like to include their information in the description just so I can give credit to everyone who participated in making this great comic. Please get yourself a copy of this, read it, and let me know what you think. I really enjoyed this, and I look forward to more stuff in this universe. Other than that, everyone, I hope you have a really great day. Thank you.